And we are live. Welcome back to Pistons Jack Fan Reacts. And first of all, I apologize for the late start, but uh, tonight is my last night in Detroit, and I was at LCA for an extra long time, just taking in everything before I head back to Australia in the morning. But so sorry for the late start, but we had to stream. My voice is pretty much gone, but we'll get through this stream. And um, heartbreaking loss tonight, but honestly, just after the 5 minutes after the buzzer went, it kind of hit me. The season's over, and just how happy and how proud I am of this team and how incredible this season's been. Um, yeah, it was devastating there for a few minutes. It's probably the closest I've ever been to crying about a result of a sports game, um, especially basketball. So it was, for 5 minutes there, it was sad, but honestly, since then, it's all smiles, positive. I'm so happy, proud of this team, and it's just about reflecting now on what an incredible season it's been. And at the end of the day, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We won 14 games last season. I was talking to someone after the game about that, and it was just like just over a year ago, this team, this young core that is pretty much the same, won 14 games, and we are here playing basketball in the month of May, taking a talented Knicks team up until the final seconds of a game six. Um, so just we're gonna have plenty more streams coming. The fan reacts might be done for the season, but we're gonna have plenty more live streams coming to dive into the season, reflect on the season that was. But I think just the overall emotion for me is just proud and happy of what an amazing season our favorite team gave us, and um, to the fans, just how fun it was to support a up and coming team, and there's so much more to be excited about. But I can see my man Prince here down below. I'll bring him up in just a moment. For anyone else that wants to jump on, please shoot me a DM, and we'll bring you up here. I'm not sure how many are joining us tonight so far. It's just Prince. I can see John's joined and Sarah. So we've already got a few here. So I might, because it's so late, I might try and keep it to 5 minutes per person for now. But yeah, if anyone wants to come up, please shoot me a DM or click on the link if I've sent it to you. But we'll bring up Prince now, and talk through the game. Prince, man, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Jack?
I'm good, man. I'm a bit tired. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It was a pretty good end to the season. Um, my beginning thoughts. I just want to say, it was a great season. I can't even be. I wasn't even mad after the game. After the game, I was just like very like, hey, it happens. Sometimes like these things happen, and you have to move on. But I feel like I've never really felt that in the playoffs because I've never really experienced any playoff for the Pistons. And it's just like survive in advance. But next year, I feel like we're gonna have a great start. We're gonna we're gonna be a threat to the league, and Jay Knight is gonna be healthy. Hopefully, we can pick up some new people, and yeah.
No, I agree, Prince. It's anyone who's really mad still, or especially in the morning. I honestly don't really understand them. Just my point of view. Like you said, we get Jaden Ivey back, we get Isaiah Stewart back, we get another full off season of these young guys, with probably, I feel like at least two of the vets are coming back. Well, obviously Tobias is signed. I feel like one of Malik and Tim will be back. Um, Another season for the coaching staff. It's really exciting. It's really exciting, man. Great
Hmm.
perspective from you. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah. Um, I just feel like we can do so much better next year. And I feel like I'm not even mad about the loss. I just feel like we had a great season, and I'm just so proud of this team. We had 14 wins last year, and we tripled our win total this season. We had Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, B-Ball Paul. It was just like we have so many different people that helped like throughout this whole thing, and I can't even be mad. It was a great game. It was really down to the wire, and even though it ended pretty bad, I just feel like it kind of like, in a sense, it kind of humbled us. I think that's probably the bad word to say, but I feel like if anything, I feel like we expected way more when we should be happy with what we have. I feel like we should be happy with making the playoffs. I think we should be happy like within being like in that position, and
Yeah,
like being farther than we expected at all last season.
absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, it's when you compare the two seasons back to back, it's insane. Like we should
Mhm.
be so happy with how far they've come, and um, I mean, I think the only way to learn how to win in the playoffs is to gain experience. And like, yeah, like there was some moments where you were like, "Ooh, that's gonna sit." Cade had a couple of left-handed layups at the end there, where it's like that's gonna be on his mind all summer.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not mad at all. It's just like this is how they learn and grow, and they're gonna come back so much better because of that.
Mhm.
So it's all positive. It's all positive, and yeah, I love your
Mhm.
perspective on it all.
Mhm. Um. Yeah.
But
Sorry.
Prince,
The
I know
silence is
you're.
crazy.
No, you're good. I don't know if my internet's the best right now, but
Mhm.
yeah, man. I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure having you up here during the season. I've really
Mhm.
enjoyed getting to know you, man. And we're gonna have more streams, but because this is the last game of the season, just wanted to say thank you for coming up and sharing your thoughts on the team.
No, of course. I mean, staying up at night, it's really, and it's like, it's always a reason I can always tell my parents, oh, I'm going to be on Pistons Jack. They'll be like, all right, but as soon as it's over, you got to go to bed. And it's just like, it's really, it's really been a pleasure being on here every night, every game day, and just being there, talking my mind, seeing how I feel, and being able to speak my mind to the world. It's really been a pleasure.
No, for sure, man. And everyone appreciates you. And no, it's so cool. We've got like people of different ages in this chat, people from different places around the world. So I've loved hearing your thoughts on the team. And yeah, man, we're just getting started.
Yeah, definitely. Next season, we're gonna come out. We're gonna be a threat to the everybody, to the whole league. And
Facts.
I remember like in the beginning of the season, it was like Pistons ceiling playing, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. And then like looking back on that, because I bookmarked it and I looked at it after the game, and I was just like, we really like exceeded our limits. And
Yeah.
I just feel like this season has been even more like big because I got to actually be on Pistons Jack podcast like every freaking night, and it's just like that's really a blessing. You get blessings without like even being able to see them. It's really big for me, so I appreciate you, man.
For sure, brother. For sure, man. It's been awesome. And I'm excited to have you back on whenever you got the
Hmm.
time throughout the off season. But I'm going to let you go, bro. I'm guessing you have
Hmm.
school tomorrow. You probably should go to
Yeah.
bed. So enjoy that
Yeah.
tomorrow, man. And thank you for staying up and sharing your thoughts.
Of course, man. Anytime. Yeah, you have a great night. Detroit, whole city loves you, man, and I'm so glad that you got to see it. Can't wait for when I go back to Detroit, and I hope you had a great time. I really do. But I'm gonna see you,
I
man.
did. All right. Catch you, bro. Thank you so much. All right. We had John up next. I can just see he's getting ready. Um, Here he
Yeah.
is. John, how you
And you,
feeling, brother?
all in all, I've lived through far worse losses because I'm older. So I lived through the loss when they threw the ball. Isaiah threw the ball away to Bird back in '87. Like the very very infamous. That was one of the worst losses in the history of the NBA. Like how, but that team was so resilient. They came back and ended up winning championships. That's this team reminds me of them. They're so mentally tough. They're going to be okay. They're that mentally tough, and that's what you have to remember. You have to take your knocks before you're gonna take it to another level. And Brunson's been through it, man. He's annoying. He got on my nerves. I'll say that much. He and Halliburton now, but he's a great player. Give it to him. He had some great shots.
Yeah.
And, hey, it's just a part of the game. You have to go. You have to experience some heartache to get to that next level. So I think the Pistons are going to be fine. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They should be proud, given all the
beautifully said.
The laughing stock of like not just the league, like it was like worldwide they were the laughing stock.
Yeah, I know.
That's
No, I think
to think
the way you just put it, John, I think is perfect. Like they're going to be fine. This is just how it works in the NBA. You get to a first round series, you get the experience, you come back stronger, you go take another step, and you might take a little step back, but then you'll take two forward. It's just you have to earn it all. And yeah, I agree with everything you said. So proud of them. And honestly, even Jalen Brunson, like my final tweet of the game was, you have to give it up to him. He was the best player in the series. He closed the deal. You can tell he's been in this moment time and time again. And yeah, he's a really, really good player.
Been there many times.
Yeah,
it has. Yeah. Cade will be okay eventually. It takes time. You have to go through it. Cade's a very common man. They have a lot of it. And think about Isaiah Stewart, just the whole series of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's unreal. Without Isaiah Stewart, they nearly should have won.
It's crazy. They're like Asar definitely is their best perimeter defender, but I still think Stu, with his experience, is the team's best defender, and he's like kind of the heart and soul. So to do what they did without him was pretty incredible.
He just plays a few minutes, but I mean, if he played a ton of minutes, I really feel like he get considered defensive player of the year. He's that good.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that he has that, kind of dog with that reputation of being a dog or whatever. He's not. He's done some, done crazy shit, obviously, but at the same time, you need players like him on your team,
Totally.
But all in all, he's just one of the best defenders in the league. So underrated. He's just overshadowed by the stuff. It's unfortunate. So good.
I can't wait for him to be back next season.
I hope he gets more minutes next year. I don't know how they're going to do it because they want more, but somehow they have to find it. He's that good, man.
He is. John, we've got a few people lined up, but I just want to make sure you get a chance to maybe have a final message on the season. What would it be to sum up the season?
All I want to say is that this far exceeded my expectations. Anyone feeling bad about this, just know that this team I've ever that went on to win had some just unbelievably heartbreaking defeats that you wouldn't have believed, that you thought would have just broken. But they didn't break. They came back stronger and they won. And that's something to keep in mind because this team has that sort of mental fortitude. I think this team. I hope they keep the chemistry together. I really do. They have some great core players who really, really genuinely like each other. They play for special team. aren't a lot like them, and I really sincerely hope they keep the team together. And if they do, I think we have a lot to look forward to. And I think they will. So I think we have going to be up and down a bit, but all in all, we got a lot to look forward to. And thank you so much for the coverage, man. I got to say, it's really helped me get through this year. There have been times when they've had rough losses, like after the Washington loss or the Utah loss, grim, but watching your show afterwards, it made me feel okay, and you have this unique ability of making negatives feel like positive, just making the best of the negatives, and that's people act like the sky's falling.
No, I appreciate that, and that's what these streams are. It's when we win, we're up and about, we celebrate, and when we lose, it's a place to talk about the loss so that you feel better after it, and you can go to sleep feeling at ease, or just have a chat to Pistons fans so you can get your thoughts off. So no, that's really nice to hear. I appreciate that.
Up, and you got great things in store. I'm telling you, I don't think you know how good you are at this. I'm telling you, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to have great things are in store for you. There aren't a lot of people as good as you are at what they do. So just remember that. I don't know if you hear that from your girlfriend or anybody, but you're very. I watch a lot of content. You're very, very good at what you do. So keep it up, man.
John. Keep it on. And so I fly back to Australia tomorrow. So as soon as I get home, I'm going to shoot you a message, and we're going to jump on a call together. I'm excited to chat to you.
The book I want you to called The Franchise.
I love reading.
It's about the first Pistons championship, and it's a really, really behind the scenes look. It gives you all the details of what really goes on behind the scenes. I mean, I couldn't believe it was written actually. It gave you
it's crazy.
So I want to send you that book because I got it on Amazon. If you
appreciate that. That's very kind.
Then I would love to tell you something.
Thank you so much, John.
You're back, and safe travels back, and I'm glad you caught some games while you're back, and everything. I hope you had a great time.
I had a great time. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you, my friend.
All right, well, yeah, take care, and we'll be in touch soon.
You too, my man. Enjoy your night. Catch you. Bye. All right, Sarah, I'm going to quickly bring up Maddie because I know he's on the East Coast and probably has work tomorrow. And I know you're in Denver, so I don't know if you've got an hour more up your sleeve. So I'm going to bring up Maddie first, and then we'll go to you, Sarah. My man, what's going on?
Pistons, Jack, what up, doe? Man,
how are you, brother?
I'm doing okay. Tough loss, but what a great season, for real. What a great season.
Man, just incredible season.
For real. Good. Hey, Detroit basketball.
Let's go.
How was that crowd tonight?
Crazy.
Man, crazy. I think that was the best crowd we've had so far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Man, that fourth quarter was nuts.
Of the chants and just the noise. It was crazy.
Seriously. The chants. Oh, man. What a run, honestly. That was exactly what I really would have liked to get a couple wins at home, obviously. But that's what I wanted out of this series. Bring it to 6 or 7 games, make it competitive, get a couple wins at least, And so this was a good series to me.
Oh, no, it was an incredible series. 2 wins on the road at MSG,
right.
That's crazy. We've got to remember.
For real.
We haven't won a playoff game since 2008.
Man, this is the first time I've watched Pistons basketball in May since 2008. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy.
It's actually insane, man.
Nuts.
What a season. It's just been.
For real, what a season.
I don't have a lot to compare it to, but it's obviously my favorite season of all time. I've never seen a team this good, this young, with a future like these guys.
That's what's great about it. And you know what? It took Isaiah Thomas. It took him 3 years to make the playoffs, and he also got bounced in the first round against the Knicks his first time. So, Cade's right on pace. He really is.
No, he is for sure. And like, I mean, imagine what this experience is going to do for him. Like,
this is going to seriously, he's going to use this as fuel. I can't wait to see him next season, for real.
Literally, like the fuel, and then just like all these games, like were all so close. Like
so close.
I think I saw something like it's one of the closest first round series in a long, long time. So it's like
for real, gotta be
clutch, pressure situations,
right?
Like for all of them, but especially Cade being the guy. Like I think he's going to come
right.
Another level.
And man, you got to give it to Jalen Brunson tonight. Honestly, you got to just tip your cap to him because he hit some crit. Like the defense was on him this game, and he definitely had his usual couple flops, but he just hit some shots where it's like, damn, what can you even do with that?
Oh, for sure. No, as soon as the buzzer went, like my first tweet was like, Brunson's just too good. It's like when the series is on, I hate him. He's the opponent, but honestly, like you said, he was best player in the series. Dropped 40,
he was, he definitely was.
It out. And
I mean, he gave us fucking 40 tonight. Man, and that last three, as soon as he put it up, you knew it was good. The guy behind me was so mad. You could hear him slam something, and he just got up and left. I'm like, oh, my gosh. It was crazy.
No, as soon as he took it, I'm like, he's not missing this.
Yeah, like he got us armed with that good man.
Yeah,
that was a good shot. You got to give it to him.
Oh yeah, no, I honestly, like I said, the way he goes about it sometimes is annoying, but
it definitely is. And he had a couple calls tonight that were like, what the hell?
Exactly. But when it comes to the fourth quarter, his shot making goes to another level. Like
exactly.
Like I tip my cap to him, and honestly, tip my cap to Cat as well. Like you can tell they've had the playoff experience. They're all in their prime. Mikal Bridges,
right.
They did what they had to do, and shout out to Brunson. Like tip my cap, but
he played his ass off. He definitely did.
He really did. And
when Cat got ejected, we were cheering like crazy for real. Man.
I know.
That was nuts. That was a crazy game for real. Like I'm glad I got to be there in person and experience that because and as soon as the buzzer ended, I was just giving him a standing ovation, to be honest, because it was like, what a hell of a season. Tough way to end it, but man, you got to hand it to him.
You're a better sportsman than me. It took me 5
I swear, my wife, we finally seen where you were sitting. My wife looked down. She's all like, Jack looks sad. And I'm like, man, it was a tough game. But yeah, terrible loss.
It's okay. Terrible. Like you said, though, like after I had my 5 minutes to let it sink in, I was happy. It's like, this is crazy.
But I could tell like my section needed some positive energy. So right away, I just started clapping like, hell of a season. Good job, boys. You got to hand it to them.
Energy I love. That is the best.
For
energy,
real.
Man. I love it. Is there anything else you want to say, Maddie?
Man,
have you got work in the morning?
I just want to literally, like John said, you've done a hell of a job covering this team. Like, for real. You've went all out all season. And I got a question for you. If you would have started this last season, how long do you think you would have lasted? You think you would have stuck with it? And how do you think the fan reacts would have been?
You know what? I'm not lying at all. I would have stuck it out because I pretty much
right. I feel that because you're dedicated for sure.
But like, the fan reacts. Oh my!
Oh man, they would have been brutal.
It would have been tough. Like some of my takes last season on the team. Now looking back at them were horrible, but honestly, hand on heart, like I would have done it, but it would have been a horrible. It wouldn't have been fun.
Exactly, like you picked the right time to do it. That's for sure. You definitely picked the right time to do it.
Well, the funny thing is, I was actually thinking of starting the start of next season, but then my girlfriend was like, "Why don't you just do this season? Like the season starts in 2 months." Nothing's going to change for you financially or anything if you stay at your job. So just do it now. And then I was like,
right.
was like, okay, let's do it. And obviously, I couldn't be happier. Like this season.
For real, we're glad you did. Straight up, we're glad you started this because the whole movement has been amazing. I'm not even kidding. I met Austin today. We were standing in line to meet you, and we're like, man, he has got such a big crowd now. It's crazy. Someone walked up to me, and they're like, who is this? And I was like, this is Pistons Jack. He's like huge on social media and all that. He's big at covering the team. But, man, it's straight up. Congrats to you, for real.
Thank you, bro. And honestly, man, seeing you every game, seeing you last time I was here, you and your girlfriend.
Right.
Amazing,
Hey, I wasn't even supposed to be at this game. They let me leave work. I happened to find good tickets still. I was like, I'm going. There ain't no way I'm missing this.
No, man. And like, even though they lost, like being there, that
exactly
crowd,
to send
that
them off.
energy, I'll never ever forget that. Like,
right.
The team, they fought as hard as they could, all close games, great atmosphere.
Exactly. Right to the very end. Crazy. Man, during that run, that crowd was insane in the fourth quarter. It was crazy in there. I had never seen a crowd like that.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I'm so happy I got to experience that.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. For sure.
Everything. But Matty, man, thank you so much for all your support. Yep. Coming on here, sharing your thoughts throughout the season.
For sure. Like everyone said,
streaming a heap more. We're streaming a heap more, but I just want to say, like, thank you for staying up late, jumping on the stream, all the donations you send. Like, it means so much.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Love getting to know you more and meeting you in person. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bro. Go Pistons. Let's have a hell of an off season. And man, what a season for real.
Beautifully said.
All right, Jack. Go Pistons.
Go Pistons. Catch you, bro. All right, guys. I just need Sarah, before you bring up, I've just got to jump off for like 45 seconds. So just bear with me. The stream is not ending. I promise I'll be back. I just have to jump off for 45 seconds. Then we're coming back with Sarah, okay? All right, and we are back. Sarah,
Hello.
how are you? Sorry, thank you for
Oh my
waiting.
gosh.
I actually just went to get some Uber Eats because I haven't eaten since like midday today.
No
So,
problem. I stayed on to hop on because I wanted to see everybody because, last game of the season. I was bummed, but at the same time, pretty incredible that we kept it so close every game. It was a bummer way to go out. Brunson's shot was amazing, but I'd rather that happen than it be like a blowout, which we didn't allow to happen at all. We really made the Knicks work for it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Of course, I was bummed. It's kind of settled. Now I'm just a little sad that they're, the season's done, but I'm so excited for next season. I'm just hoping, I just want don't get rid of Ivy. That's my biggest fear going in the off season because I think a lot of people he's on their top list for a big trade because we haven't seen him in a while, but I would be very, very sad. So otherwise that's it.
no, I like what you said about this being like, like really pushing the Knicks to their limits. Like, I know it didn't go 7 games, but just watching 4 out of least 6 games live in person, like the Knicks look exhausted. Like they look. Jalen Brunson, he actually missed a couple of shots before that 3 that he had been making, and he was like exhausted, and that's from Asar and just the series as a whole. But like, our boys played so hard. They made mistakes. They had turnovers, missed rebounds, shots they probably would normally make during the regular season maybe, or against lesser opponents. But like, they tried their hardest, and they're all like 21, 22, 23. I mean, Ron didn't play tonight, but he's 19. Like, so they pushed and a veteran, like kind of a star-studded Knicks team to the brink. Like,
well, that's like, Grizzlies were getting blown out, Warriors were getting blown out, like all these teams with established, that have established themselves in the league as competitors. Like, we just never let that happen despite all of our mistakes, like despite some of the, questionable plays, decisions, substitutions, whatever. Like, we came back and we fought, 0 giving up. And it worked for us a lot of the time. And, it was close tonight. And it's a bummer, but the Knicks are a good team. They've been to the second round of the playoffs for a few years straight now. Probably going to also end in the second round for them again. But they played well. Brunson really turned it on. He really plays well when he's obviously a great player, but plays well when his intention is to score and not to draw fouls. He plays a lot better, I think.
No, he really does. Most of these fourth quarters, apart from game 5, like, he took over. Like, I must admit, like, just watching the games, like, every time he had the ball, particularly in the fourth, like, I thought he was scoring. And I was just like, please get the ball out of his hands. And like, so there was a fear in me that like whenever he had it, I was like, oh no, he's going to make this turnaround. He's going to hit this step back 3. And like, you kind of do like Maddie said before, just have to tip your cap. And like, I don't like the foul baiting stuff. It's horrible to watch, but when he's not doing that, he's an extremely good shot maker. And
Absolutely.
He ended our season with one of the biggest shots of his season. So
I know. And so I'm just bummed. No more Pistons basketball for a while, but looking forward to the next season. And again, like just incredible that we've won 2 playoff games this year, first time in years. More playoff wins than LeBron and Luka this season. So
that's a good way to look at
it. And we're all so young. I think we have 8 guys on contracts. I hope that we bring back, Malik, I like to see Tim. I think the veterans, have been a big part of what's helped us get, finish games this season. So I don't know. It's been, like you said, it's been one of your favorite seasons. Like, it's been so fun. They've been so fun to watch. They turned into a team that, like, it would have been, crazy if we won last year, and now it's expected to win. Like, it's almost like what went wrong when we lost, So.
No, it's just been a crazy season. Okay, no. Like I've said, some of the others, Sarah, it's just been, I know you've joined a bit later, but it's been so awesome to hear your thoughts, get a different perspective. And I know everyone in the chat loves your thoughts. And it's been really nice getting to know you towards the end of the season. And this week isn't the last stream at all, but yeah, I just wanted to say it's been awesome having you up here and just getting to know you a little bit. And the community really appreciates you.
It's been so fun, and the community is great. I love hearing, like you said earlier, different ages, so different perspectives on Pistons history, all over the world. Everybody's been super respectful. It's just a very, very cool community. So thank you. And yes, the off season, you'll have to definitely get some more streams, get some content going, because don't want it to end. So
no, it won't be. Trust me, we are not stopping at all. This is all I do for a job. So there's going to be plenty of streams, content everywhere. I'm actually a little bit excited for the draft this year because, in a way, I feel like I'm going to nerd out on some second round pick, and like we're going to have stuff to talk about. We'll have Summer League. There's so much exciting stuff, and our team's in such a good place. So we're still going to have plenty of conversations, streams. So it's not over at all, but this season's done. So there's a bit of a full stop there, but don't you worry.
Well,
there's
thank
still
you so much.
to come.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jack. It's been awesome. Like so many people before me have said, the community that you've built is great. Your content is great. The way you share it is great. It's just all great. So thank you.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Sarah. And thank you for staying up.
Yes.
What time is it for you? Is it like 1 a.m.?
It's midnight here, so I'm not as late as everyone else, but definitely gonna just go to sleep.
Amazing. Well, thank you for staying up, sharing your thoughts, and we'll chat very soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack.
No worries. Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's get on up. My man, Devon. I think Devon will be our last person for tonight before I pass out. Where is he?
Hey,
Here he is. What's going on, bro?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A little bit tired, but I'm good.
Man, wake up.
Dude, I gotta get on a 25-hour, 2 flights across 25 hours tomorrow. So
yeah.
I'm a bit all over the place.
Them flights like that suck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I've done it a fair few times now, but but we'll be okay. It's all worth it being out here in Detroit.
Go to sleep, watch a movie.
I feel that's right. But fire away. I've seen you in the comments, so I kind of know your thoughts. But
I know, I was like, I had to come. I haven't came on here in a while, so I'm like, let me get on here and talk to you.
Let's go.
I'm happy. I mean, we lost, but I kind of figured we was gonna lose the series anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. I talked a lot of trash because the Knicks fans, because they was talking trash, But we have a great team. Like this Knicks team, to me, even like before we even played them in the offseason, I looked at them like they're not that good, but they put this team together to be a contender, and we was right there with them, neck and neck. So to me, like, man, this team is about to be too good. Like, we bring everyone back, bring Ivy, still healthy, get another center, because Paul Reed is nice, but I always thought we need a 7-footer. Like, man, this team's gonna be lit next year. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be too nice.
No,
I think the sky's the limit for this team.
It really is. Like they're all so young.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like this is their first taste of playoff basketball, and like the chemistry's crazy. And there'll be some moves, no doubt. Just even if they don't make that big trade or whatever, I don't want that, but there'll be some moves, no doubt, just because of new contracts and that kind of thing. But as long as they keep this core together, like the sky's the limit, and I hope they do. I hope there's no like. I don't think Trajan is a guy that will have a knee-jerk reaction to like some playoff losses against some more experienced teams. So you've been, but I will give you credit for this. You've been saying ever since you've been on the stream, you're like, don't worry, these guys are going to be really good. They're figuring it out. Like ever since you came on these streams. Yeah, you've always been able to see it. And I can't remember exactly your first stream, but I feel like it was definitely before things were looking really good and we're having those win streaks. So shout out to you for that perspective, because I like something felt different this season, but it probably took me until I want to say definitely when they beat the Pacers in that NBA Cup game. I thought there was something cool there on the road, but then it was really that West Coast road trip while I was like, oh, wow, these guys might be ahead of schedule. We might be talking playoffs, but yeah. Just wanted to shout you out for that, though, because you've been on that the whole time.
I'm not going to lie, I thought they was going to be playing, but then I'm like looking at different things like the Hawks. I was like, all right, they're going to fall because they trade DeJounte Murray and stuff. The Sixers, I thought they was going to do a little better, but it was like, man, we got a chance to actually, make some noise. So I'm glad it all came to fruition.
And the best thing is, like, one of my biggest questions and probably doubts I had early on before the season was JD and Asar being able to play together.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at the Pistons' best lineups, those two are in it. So I'm not saying JD's definitely the center of the future or whatever, but it's just like the fact I feel really good about those two, plus Cade is who we thought he would be, and then Ivy's still to come back. Throw in the other parts with it, like Ron and Stu. It's like this team, they're all like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
They're all good to great athletes. And Stu might not be a great athlete, but he's got the longest arms I've ever seen and is an elite defense. Like, it's like this team is like got everything you kind of want in a modern day, like successful team. And I might sound crazy, but I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, they're a younger version of OKC. And I'm like, we don't have the Chet unicorn, but it's like everything else. Like, as long as you keep some shooters, I'm like, I see it.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
That's our biggest Chet's a big part of that. Sorry, but like, I see what that vision of what people are saying.
No, I feel the exact way, but I feel like I hate to say this because I'm gonna seem like a hater. Like, this is before the draft. I really, really want us to trade up to get Alex Sarr because I thought he'd be like the shot player. But we're definitely just missing that power forward, that two-way power forward is going to block shots, shoot threes when he's open. Like, once we get that, it's going to be a wrap. Like, I can just see it,
I wonder how we get that. Like,
that's the biggest thing,
Because I've come to, I think maybe I would have been saying earlier in the season, like, obviously we've got Tobias now, and I want to shout out Tobias for his playoff series. So I thought every game except for his first half in game 3, he was legit. But he's obviously not the long-term solution. Because I used to think, maybe put Asar at the 4, but I don't like Asar at the 4 because then you can't put him on their best perimeter player. So I wonder who we can find, because I don't think we're going to get that high draft pick anymore.
Yeah, I keep looking at Jared Jackson Jr. That's the one I keep looking at. If the Memphis do bad, it's going to be sad because Tobias is going to have to be traded. Like, it's just contractual-wise,
I wonder, another name, definitely not on the same level at the moment, but like, is there a way they could get like Jabari Smith Jr.? Like, maybe like a change of scenery for him.
Yeah.
He kind of fits that mold. Like, he's not Chet, but like no one's really Chet, but you know what I mean.
6'8" or 6'11" guy who can shoot a little bit.
Like defense, in theory, can shoot, can play a couple of positions. he's definitely a true four-man, but
Yeah. I seen the other day they had him playing small forward. It was Steven Adams, Shagun, and then him at 3. I'm like, it's a huge lineup. So I mean, he will be nice. Only thing, the inexperienced things, but we can get versatile lineups like that, and then that'll make us too nice.
Yeah, it's but the 4 position's definitely the one, because I see what Aaron's saying here. We have a whole core already.
We do.
We're not actually saying get rid of any of the young core. I just don't think the core they have, there's still no 4, and that's like without Tobias. When Tobias got in foul trouble and wasn't on the floor, even this is in the regular season as well. Like, I'm pretty sure Tobias from like January 1st onwards was like had the best net rating of any Piston.
Probably, I'm not sure.
No, I'm pretty certain of it, and it was because like what he brings to that position, how important it is to kind of unlocking the rest of this team. So,
Tobias been different this year too. Like, he was all happy at first, like the first time he's on the Pistons. He was smiling and stuff. Like this year, he's like, he's
he really was
crazy on people.
I didn't know that Tobias. Like, he gets into the refs every game.
He was not like that before. It's crazy. Like, I love it though, because it means he's grown up now. He's not like a happy-go-lucky, like 20-something years old. Now he's like, I'm standing on grown man business, So I like it.
And just saying, and Sean, we're not saying get rid of Tobias at all. We're talking about like just in the next few years of like that's the position that like I think they need to find a long-term solution for. I'm more than happy for Tobias to be that guy next season, and maybe the season after. But just like as this core enters their prime, like Tobias will be nearly 40, so you would predict he's not going to be the same player. That's all we're talking about.
I want Tobias to be like Al Horford. Like, Al Horford is not part of their core, but he's part of the Boston's core. Like just someone come off the bench and be kind of like
that's a great call.
Or the Von Tucker role. Which
How's Simone not playing any playoff minutes?
I mean,
I wasn't surprised, but I was at the same time. But I guess JB was always going to pull it down to an 8 or 9 man rotation.
I kind of wish he would have been the forward guy instead of Paul Reed, but I mean, this is JV's first playoff too with this team. So I mean, I see a lot of people even talking about like what he did not bringing the Asar in. Like, man, this is him learning too. So maybe next game he will play Asar more. And also, like, Asar was kind of hurt for most of the year. So I mean, we gotta give JB a pass for like some of these rotations.
No, I'm not. There was some things here and there, but I think the final 2 games they figured out how to use Asar. I do think Asar's one thing I have noticed with him when he does come out at weird times and everyone's going, why is he not in the game? I do think maybe his conditioning, he missed the whole offseason and came back in like mid-December. I know you would assume he'd be back, but playoff minutes are different to regular season minutes. And like, he did look gassed at times. Like, I know he's a freak athlete, but like, guarding Brunson the way he does would take it out of you.
No, I feel that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an athlete or anything, but I do a little things like here and there. And just me being personally, I'm like, man, I'm still out of shape and I'm not working out like them. So I mean, I understand, a lot of people might think it's not like 2K, it takes a while to get in shape. It might take like a year to be how you were a year ago. And it might take even longer than that. So, I mean, Asar probably is out of shape, to be honest. Like, it takes a while, even when you're younger, especially if you don't do nothing, your muscles start getting tightened up and stuff. Like, it's hard to get in shape.
I played 5-on-5 last night for 2.5 hours and I can barely walk today.
I feel that.
Bro, I can barely, my calves feel like they're about to fall off. Like, my legs are like, I'm like the Tin Man. I'm so like, my legs are like, I don't even know.
Just be jello.
Yeah, bro.
I definitely feel that.
But Devon, before I wrap this up, any final thoughts?
I just want to say we're about to be there, and right now, like, we might lost this series, but this is kind of like the Warriors in the Celtics finals. Like, Pistons had the better team; they just didn't have the experience. So, to me, I feel like the Knicks is in trouble. I've been saying it all the time on the timeline. Like, The Knicks are about to get swept in the second round.
Oh yeah,
They're not gonna go
I
far.
think
Pistons
definitely
got a
got Boston.
great future. Yeah, I think you're on mute.
Oh,
I think
can you
you're
hear
on
me?
mute just
Okay.
now. What did you say?
But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh no, I was just saying you do they play Boston now? The Knicks?
I'm sorry, you said what?
I think do the Knicks play Boston now?
Oh yeah. And
Okay, got you.
for a team that traded away 4 picks, got Cat and stuff, they will be in the same position they was last year. Last year we're not in the same position we were, and next year we're not going to be in this position. I predict next year we're going to win a series, so we're good. Just add a few pieces
We are
here and
good.
there. Probably get a veteran player who's not like a Tobias level, someone who actually was on the team and was a number one option, just probably past their prime. We're gonna be straight.
Absolutely. It's
Just gotta
going to be
lock everybody
exciting
down
off
though.
season. That's right.
Yeah,
It's what a season though. Been a pleasure
I
having
know.
you on, Devon, throughout the season with your insights, my man. So thank you for staying up. Thank you for coming on all those streams. I've really enjoyed having you on and getting to know you a little bit. And
And thanks.
yeah,
I wish
appreciate
I would
you.
have came up there and saw you. I'm not gonna lie, but some things happened. I didn't drive up there.
No, that's all good, man. I'm sure I'll be back. I'll be back at some point next season. So we'll
No, I
meet
feel
up
that.
at some point for sure.
I feel you. But,
All right, brother. Well,
alrighty.
you enjoy the rest of your night, man, and
All right,
we'll
too.
talk soon.
All right,
Catch
peace.
you. Bye. All right. I just want to quickly shout out the super chats. Maddie, appreciate you, brother, and all your donations. You're too kind. Have to shout out Prince's mum, Glitz Glam 470, Bad Boys for Life. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. And yeah, your son is a legend. So shout out to Prince and thank you. And then my man Mark, chilling in WA. Jack, what a season and what a team. I'm so proud and so sad. Perfectly summarized. And thank you, Mark, for all your donations. I'm a bit the same. I don't think the sadness of the season being over has hit me yet. But it probably will once I get back to Melbourne and realize there's no more games on. But yeah, like you said, so proud and just been a incredible season. And I'm so glad we've got to share this together on these post-game streams. And I'm going to calculate up some numbers when I get a chance, but I'd have to imagine we've had on close to 100 people on these streams, different people, and from at least 5 to 10 different countries. It's been crazy. So, yeah, it's been awesome. But like I said to Sarah, like don't you worry, there's gonna be plenty of streams. If anything, they might even be a bit more regular on certain days now that there's no games. So plenty more to come. The coverage definitely does not stop. But that's a wrap on the season. Feels weird to say that. There won't be an upcoming game, but yeah, thank you to everyone that's joined tonight. Sean, appreciate you. Aaron, appreciate you. Troy in the chat. Thank you to all of you for generating the conversation. I appreciate it all. If it wasn't so late here, I'd go through them a bit more, but that's going to do it, guys. As always, go Pistons.